given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
So today we are doing a Izuku Midoriya or Deku X sick listener. Hope you enjoy. Sorry about all the background noise. I am taking care of my dog this weekend. From Deku's point of view. Today was Friday, almost the weekend. I had planned to hang out with Lydia, Ochako, and Wyan during the weekend, but she didn't show up to school today. Maybe she missed the bus, Ochako asked. No, Wyan is always here on time. Plus, she doesn't live that far from school. I'm sure she walks here, Lydia stated. I stared at my phone as I waited for my last text to go through. I hope she's okay. I'm sure she's fine. She's strong, just like her quirk. Ah, speaking of it, I wish I had such a pretty quirk, Ochako smiled. Your quirk was petal. You could disappear under the cover of a nearby flower petal, or even create them, but that took a lot of energy. And all of a sudden, end up on top of you. Bam! Her quirk looked like teleportation. But she only controlled the petals and moved fast enough to duck behind them. Maybe you're right, I grinned. Midoriya, your phone went off, Lydia pointed to the screen. To Wyan. Deku. Hey, are you okay? You weren't at school today. Wyan. Sorry, I'm sick. Don't worry, I'll see you guys later. We all stared at the screen. I guess she won't be hanging out with us then, Lydia sighed. That's too bad. We all know Deku's gonna miss his girlfriend, Ochako laughed. Hey, she's not my girlfriend. As much as I trust you, Midoriya, not even I believe that, Lydia joined Ochako in laughter. In all seriousness, though, why don't we reschedule and have someone go check on her? Besides, I don't want to go shopping without her, Ochako exclaimed. Ah, but I have to visit my brother today, Lydia pondered, and I have something to do, too. That's why we planned for the weekend, Ochako chirped. So I guess I'll go then, I sighed, putting my phone back in my pocket. Well, I better get going. Bye. Tell Wyan I said hi, Ochako and Lydia waved. Time skip. Knock, knock, knock. I waited at the door for Wyan to answer. After a while, the door swung open, revealing her confused expression. Who? Deku? She looked tired. Not in a bad way. However, seeing her like this was kind of cute. Wait, what? Hi, Wyan. You said you were sick, so I thought I'd come see you. I grinned. Thanks, Deku, but I don't want to get you sick, too. At first, I thought it was a perfectly good excuse before I saw the array of pink petals in her hand. I don't think I'll sneeze petals if I hang out with you. I laughed. This is what happened every time I get a cold, but I don't think you're going to give up anyway, are you? She smiled softly. So cute. Not unless you want to leave. She grabbed my wrist and pulled me aside. Well, you're already here anyways, she replied, before yawning and knocking at the door. She walked over to the couch and sat down, clutching a pillow. I looked around the room. Where are your parents? On some cruise in Florida. They've been planning this trip for months. I didn't want to ruin it, she sighed. I looked up at the counter to see a stack of cup noodles, tissue boxes, and glasses. That's really nice of you, Wyan. Oh, while they're gone, I can take care of you, I grinned. Of course I wanted to help Wyan get better, but it also meant I could spend more time with her. She rubbed her eyes sleepily before coughing up more petals into her hand. Deku, that's really sweet, but I'm a mess. My house is a mess. I can help you clean. It's not much trouble at all. After all, we're friends. That last word still tugged at me. But Choco was right. Maybe I do want to be more than friends. If you insist, then you can stay. I have to warn you that cold medicine makes me kind of different, though. She hugged the pillow tight. How different? Like falling asleep, or I turned around to see her eyes start to flutter. Don't worry about it, I smiled. She smiled softly before closing her eyes. Many times skip. I finished picking up the counter, which wasn't really that hard, to be honest. I sat down next to Wyan and began checking my phone before I looked over at her. How was it even possible to look that cute while sleeping? I scooted closer to her to get a better look at her face. Before I could process what was happening, she was stirring in her sleep and leaned against my shoulder. My face went red faster than ever. What do I do? Do I move her back? Wake her up? Crap. She nuzzled closer to my shoulder before her eyes fluttered open. Deku? Yeah? You're so warm, she softly smiled before throwing her arms around me. She wasn't coughing or sneezing, so I guess she must have been feeling better. Ooh, I fidgeted in my seat, unsure of what to do. She must have caught on to what I was doing since she slowly pulled away. You don't want me to stay anymore, do you? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Her face was pink, and her eyes were watery from waking up. No. It's just surprised me. That's all. I put together a string of what was supposed to be an apology. Luckily, it seemed to work. Yay, she grinned, pulling me into a hug. This has to be the other thing the medicine does to her, though I really don't know what this is. Deku? Yeah. She pulled my hand close to her, placing my phone on the coffee table and resting my hand on her cheek. She nuzzled her cheek into it as if she were a kitten. I'm happy you're here, she sighed. I guess she finally ran out of energy, I smiled. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I cupped her cheek with my hand as she let go. We're friends after all, I sighed. I was about to declare the attitude she gave me as effects from the medicine. That is until she leaned in and I don't want to be friends anymore, Deku. I felt my heart drop for a second. She crawled closer and draped her arm around my neck. Let's be something else, please. She smiled innocently. Like what? I shivered as she came closer and softly placed her lips on mine. Like this? She pulled away and sat next to me on the couch. She sneezed again. However, there were less petals this time. Looks like your medicine is helping. This is really awkward. Not that I didn't like what just happened, though. She looked upset. Yeah. It was quiet for a while. Could we maybe do it again? I looked at her as I started to grin. No. What? Why not? Because you never answered my question. I don't want to be friends, Deku. What do you want to be now? She said. once again leaning on me. Okay. You will be my girlfriend then. She smiled and reached up to kiss me again, except this time it was mutual. The next day. Ah, no way. I knew something was going on between you two, Ochaka grinned. You two aren't very good at hiding a relationship. But I'm glad you finally told us, Lydia smiled. You've got it wrong. We only just started dating, you guys. I stuttered as my face turned red. Wyan grabbed a hold of my hand and was talking to Ochaka. Yeah, it's funny that it took us so long. After all the secrets you spilled, Ochaka, they giggled. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, Ochaka told me that you had a crush on me a couple weeks ago. I didn't believe her, though. She laughed. Ochaka nudged her arm. I told you, but I think you were scared of him. So it's not my fault. I was not. Wyan blushed, waving her hands in front of her. Oh, you totally were, but I guess it doesn't matter now. She grabbed both of our hands and clasped them back together because I was right, and Lydia owes me $5. She grinned evilly. Lydia was onto it. Now I feel like a real idiot, I laughed. Yes, sorry, Izuku, but Ochaka thought Wyan would confess before you did. So we made a bet. I really thought you'd be more manly, he sighed, opening his wallet. Everyone laughed, especially Ochako. $5 more towards that trip to Hawaii. Yes! I will put my link to Discord and Google Classroom because I started a hero class on Google Classroom in the description.
Given that's how we live it, don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be